it's almost gotten to the point where like I would prefer to just like do everything by myself, just because like I have my own schedule. I know what I want to do and when I want to do it, and I don't really want anyone to interfere with that, low-key. So yeah, but I figure out things for myself, you know, I don't really rely on anybody ever. I will always figure out a way to deal with whatever issue is at hand. And I'm not gonna ask anybody for help, which is a good thing, but also can be a bad thing, because like when I actually do need help, I don't ask for it. But anyway, you should really start doing things by yourself. It is literally so much fun. It's just so freeing. I can't really describe it other than just the fact that it's just like so freeing, you know? Just go out with your earbuds, listen to your favorite music, get on the bus, you know, just go do whatever. I still haven't gone out for food by myself yet, but I'm gonna do that one day. Like straight up. The next time I'm out and I see a cool food place, I'm just gonna go in, I'm just gonna eat. I love it. I really do. And I have friends. Like, it's not like I don't have friends. I have roommates. You know, my best friend, I don't live with my best friend, but still I see her like a lot. But still, like, I still would rather like do some things without her. Like, I don't know. And I think that's like healthy. Like, you are supposed to like want to do things by yourself. Because, yeah. And then there's also the whole thing about like, I don't have a boyfriend, and I think that also kind of has something to do with it. If I had a boyfriend, like maybe I'd be less, like do less things alone. But yeah. Let me just, okay. Do I want to say this? I don't think I'm gonna say this actually, just because I was gonna talk about like online dating, which I'm literally embarrassed to say that to even say that out loud, but okay, yeah, online dating. So I have profiles for Tinder, Bumble, and Hinge, okay? And listen, before you start roasting me, because like, listen, I already want to roast myself. Most of the time, I just go on for funsies. Like, I'm not actually gonna meet with the people. I've met two people from Tinder's, from like an online thing. One person was like, it was just like a weird experience. I didn't even like mean to meet them. The other person was intentional. But okay, so the first person, let a loser. But yeah, so that was that story. And you know what? I feel like that was a little bit of a foreshadow, a train wreck of a first time hanging out, also for a train wreck of a relationship, you know? So I feel like it's, I should have seen the signs. I should have, you know, read between the lines a little bit of what the universe was trying to tell me. But whatever. I learned a lot from that relationship, so it's okay. But yeah, I just thought I'd tell you that story because I think it's really funny. Okay, another story that I want to tell you. It's not really funny. It's actually kind of like serious. Well, like not really, but anyway. So let's rewind. This is the time that I sprained my ankle. Okay, so let's rewind to grade 5. So I was like 10 years old. And it's winter time and it's recess. And there are these like little hills that were like all icy. So people were like skating down them, like standing up, like sliding down them. I didn't want to slide down this hill, okay? I didn't want to do it because I was scared, okay? I'm not gonna lie, I was freaking scared. But my friend was like peer pressuring me to like skate down this like little ice hill. And so I thought, okay, fine, like, you know, I'll do it. I'm hard, I'm gonna do it. Well, so I did it. And at the bottom, I freaking fell. And I fell like, it's hard to describe like the position that I fell in, but basically like, say, like these are my legs, like I landed like these are my knees, I landed like that kind of, like, you know how like kids sit like weirdly like on their knees kind of thing. Well, I felt like that, like full force, like on that. And right away I was like, ow, my ankle. But honestly, I didn't really think anything of it too much. I had these like huge like stains on my jeans, and I remember I was wearing gray cords that day, like gray corduroy pants. I don't know why my mom dressed me like that. Oh my god, ew. But anyway, so and that was at lunch recess. So the day was only halfway done by that point. But I knew that my ankle was in pain. But I kind of just like went the rest of recess, like whatever. I kind of just like sat down, played it off. As the day progressed, I got in seriously so much more pain. I didn't tell anyone about this. I just kind of thought, oh, you know, I just hurt my ankle, like it's okay, it'll feel better later. But like throughout the day, it was turning, like it started like purple, and then it started to turn like green, like the bruise, like it was like really, really bad. And mind you, like I'm like walking around on it all day, but like limping. I think like at last recess, I just like sat down, and then the end of the day comes, and I am like trying to walk down the stairs to get out of school, and like on like the second last step, I just like stopped because like it was so freaking painful. I just like stopped in the stairs, and I was like, oh my god. I got out, and then my cousin who would like walk my sister and I home, I got out and I was like bawling. I was like, I can't walk home, my ankle hurts so bad. I was like, you have to carry me, like I can't walk. And she was like, well, I ain't carrying you, A, and B, thank God we have a ride, like, cause like someone was gonna drive us home that day. So I was like, thank heavens. So I finally get home, and you know, I guess I put like ice on it or whatever, and then my mom gets home at like 5, and she sees my ankle, and she's like, bro, we have to go to the emergency room right now. And I was like, it's not that bad, you know. And she was like, bro, get up, we're going to the ER. Because I guess like walk-in clinics were like closed by that point, so we I'm saying this online, but I am. So, let's go back to grade 7. I'm 12 years old, and it's my first school dance. So, and mind you, I was ugly back then. No guy ever had a crush on me. I was just ugly and weird, okay? So, I do my hair. I put on my freshest Aeropostale fit, you know, put on a little bit of mascara. Me and my friend, we take selfies, you know, we ready to go. You know, I might actually insert a picture of what I looked like on that day of that dance. That literally scarred me for life. So anyway, we pull up and listen. I am a shy person, but I've really, you know, come out of my shell in these, you know, years. But back when I was 12, me at a dance, yeah, I'm so embarrassed. Okay, but anyways, like, I'm just trying to picture how I was dancing, and like, I feel like I just like blocked that out of my memory because it was just like so cringe. But there is this one guy that everyone had a crush on, you know, whatever, as I feel like there normally is. There's like that one guy that all the girls like want. and then proceeds to turn into like a rap EDM song. Like, yo. Anyways, so I'm like, hey, wanna dance? And he's like, it's not even a slow song. And I have such a vivid memory of him saying it, like exactly how he gestured his body. Like, I remember it so vividly, and I was like, yeah. And I think he said also something like how he already danced with like so many other girls or something, which is true. You dance with 3 girls, boy. You dance with 3 girls. Like, you're literally 12 years old. Relax. So, yeah. I don't remember how, like, I walked away from that situation. But, yeah, I that has gotta be, like, the most humiliating slash cringy slash, like, embarrassing thing that I've ever encountered, and I put myself in that situation myself. So, and it's so funny because like all my friends know, because I've obviously told them, and every time like we're preying or something or like listening to music, they put on that song and they're like, you can never live that down, Telina. So, yeah, but my heart, the thread freaking ripped in half. My heart is now broken in 2 pieces after that. So, yeah. That is that story. And I feel like, you know, I also feel like it was a good for character development, you know. It was kind of needed. Not that I needed to be humbled, because I already had such small self-confidence, and I already thought that I was hella ugly, so to get rejected like that would just, and you know what, I do wonder, maybe if it was a slow song, would he have danced with me? I feel like he might have. I feel like he might have, just to be nice, because like, how are you gonna say no, you know? But like, I think that he said no more so because it was literally Wild One by Flo Rida. Like, that is literally like such an upbeat song, like, you know. So yeah, but I think I'm gonna end the video here. This was such a long video, and this was like so much longer than I was expecting. I don't know, I just was really in a rambly mood tonight, and you know, whenever I'm in a rambly mood and want to film a video, they're always just like